If you're living to love by the ocean, you're loving to live by the sea, and lucky enough to live on blue water, you're lucky enough by me. Cold winter wind, it's a powerful foe. It'll blow you away.
So tell us who you are and what you're doing.
My name is Megan Mylan, and I am doing a trip on the Great Loop by myself and with my two cats, Toch, he's laying over here, and Elsa, who's probably hiding in a basket right now. And I just started out 2 days ago, and this is the beginning of this great adventure.
What is the Great Loop?
The Great Loop is basically a trip around the eastern part of the United States. The Great Loop doesn't start and stop anywhere, it's wherever that person starts from. So I started from Southwest Florida. I'm going through the middle of the state, has a canal system, and into Lake Okeechobee, to the other side, Stuart, Florida, where I'll meet up with my sister and brother-in-law, Betty and Ron, who have a boat there, and we will continue up the Intracoastal Waterway into the Chesapeake, down the Delaware, around New Jersey, where I'm originally from, through into New York, up the Hudson River, Great Lakes, we'll go through the Erie Canal first, then the Great Lakes, possibly into Canada if they open it up to us due to COVID, through the Great Lakes, Chicago, down the Mississippi, Gulf of Mexico, and back to Southwest Florida, where it's called crossing your wake. Where you started from, you cross your wake when you arrive back. So that'll be the end of the trip. It's
So when do you think you're going to cross the wake?
It's going to take at least 2 years. So we will go, and in Newfoundland they say it goes till you stops. We're going to go till we stops, and we'll get as far as we can until the weather turns, which will be September or October, and head back to Southwest Florida then. Then next year we'll go back to wherever we haul the boats out, and resume the trip, and we're looking at 2 years possibly for that.
Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to do the Great Loop?
Well, I didn't want to do it. Last year my sister-in-law and brother-in-law asked me to go with them, and the reason was my husband and I were going to do this trip, and we had bought a boat for it in our retirement, which was imminent, and then he got sick and he's passed away. So I never wanted to do boating again. He was a boat captain and we did wonderful trips on boats, but I thought I just can't ever face the water, and Betty and Ron had asked me to go with them, and I said, no, absolutely not. Well, they ended up not going because of COVID, and within that year, with COVID and lockdown, I started kind of poking around Yacht World and found a boat I liked. There was one for sale locally, and I went and looked at it, and it was only 26 feet, and it was like the perfect size for trying to single-handedly do the loop. And so I got thinking, maybe I could do the loop. This boat was not the boat for me, so later on I ended up finding one in Annapolis, and went to look at it, and it was in beautiful shape, and thought 26 feet, I could handle that on my own. And so I called Betty and Ron and said, I think ready to do the loop next year with you once COVID kind of things open up. And sure enough, that's what happened. I purchased that boat and we're gonna do the loop.
So will you be alone on the boat?
Well, Touch and Elsa will be with me at all times, hopefully. And no, I plan to invite friends and family all the time. Anybody who wants to come aboard. Currently, I told you I was in day 2. My sister, Kim, and brother-in-law, Dave, are on the trip with me. In fact, Kim's interviewing me right now. And they're going along with me over to Port St. Lucie. And then I've opened it up to friends to continue. We hope to continue at the end of the month going north. So
So what kind of boat is it?
it's a 26-foot Nordic tug. It was built in 1997. And it sounds, 26 feet is not very big, but when you get on this boat, it seems rather large. And I just felt this is the boat I could single-handedly operate should I not have family and friends aboard.
It sounds interesting. Can we have a tour of your boat?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do the tour in the next video, which I'll post soon. But
Okay.
we'll do that in the next one.
But you have to show us Touch before you go.
Oh, I can show you Touch.
Yes, yeah. Your first mate,
Her
Touch.
baby boy. He's the sweetest boy in the whole world. He is just, he always likes to touch my face. You want to touch my face? And so hopefully he will be front and center a lot of the time, but he is.
Well,
Elsa is a little shyer, not so.
thanks to you and thanks to your first mate, Touch. And we'll see the boat in the next video.
Yeah, we'll do the next video soon.
I ain't done nothing, and I ain't got much, but this road weary smile on my face. My doctor, my lawyer say you're no Tom Sawyer, and you can't keep up keeping this pace. As the shadows grow longer and the north wind blows stronger, it's a struggle to sing out my part. You can't live your life with the luck of the Irish without knowing life breaks your heart. But if you're living to love by the ocean, you're loving to live by the sea, and lucky enough to live on blue water, you're lucky enough by me.